when a massive storm rolled into the quiet town of Pinebrook. Everyone rushed to prepare, boarding up windows, stocking supplies, and checking in on neighbors. But one man, Greg Mallory, had other plans. As the caretaker of the town's small animal shelter, it was his job to evacuate or secure the animals in case of a natural disaster. But instead, Greg locked the doors, turned off the power, and walked away. Why? Because he'd been fired earlier that week for mistreating the animals, caught on camera yelling, neglecting feeding schedules, even using a hose on frightened puppies. He was supposed to leave quietly, but instead, he waited until everyone was distracted by the storm warnings, and locked over a dozen dogs inside without food, light, or air circulation. And no one knew, except one puppy. Her name was Pebble. Pebble was a small, speckled terrier mix. She'd been brought in just days earlier, picked up off the highway, malnourished but full of spirit. While most of the dogs were kept in pens, Pebble had been left in a back supply room, forgotten, but that oversight saved her life. As the winds picked up and the shelter grew dark, Pebble pawed at the side door. Rainwater began leaking through the roof. The barking of the other dogs grew frantic. The air turned humid and heavy. Pebble, still skinny but scrappy, slipped her collar and clawed at the emergency hatch. Miraculously, the latch gave. Pebble darted into the storm. She didn't know where to go, but instinct told her to find people. And that's what she did. After 2 miles of running through floodwaters, Pebble was found, soaked and shivering, by a woman named Ava who was out checking on stranded neighbors. The puppy kept barking, pulling at her pant leg, trying to get her to follow. Ava hesitated, but something in the pup's eyes said this was urgent. They got in her truck and followed Pebble's path through debris and flooded roads until they reached the shelter. From outside, the sound of barking was faint, but real. The front door was bolted, but the side exit was ajar, just enough for Ava to crawl in. The air was foul. Dogs were howling. Cages flooded ankle deep. Some were collapsed in corners. Ava immediately called emergency services and the local vet clinic. They came in time. All 12 surviving dogs were rescued, dehydrated, terrified, but alive. 3 others hadn't made it. The story went viral after Ava posted about it on social media. Pebble was hailed as a hero. The community demanded answers. An investigation revealed the truth. Greg had deliberately sabotaged the shelter's security system and removed all backup keys. He was arrested and charged with felony animal cruelty and reckless endangerment. What shocked people most wasn't just his cruelty, it was how close the town came to losing every single animal in that building. All because of one man's ego and spite. Pebble, she was adopted by Ava. She now lives in a cozy home filled with love, 2 other rescue dogs, and more treats than she knows what to do with. But sometimes, when storms roll in, she'll sit by the window and watch the rain, her ears perked and alert, like she's ready to save the world all over again.